Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So my name is Shueb Ahmed and I'm a lead pre-sales consultant at pCloudy. So today we will be showcasing a quick product demo on the pCloudy platform and we'll take you through a quick session on the products and we will showcase all the different features and with showing all the capabilities and say. So let me quickly share my screen. Hope you guys can see my screen. Cool. Okay. Fine then. So we'll quickly get started with pCloudy. So what is pCloudy? So pCloudy is basically a mobile cloud-based test platform solution. So which provides access to all the real devices. So where you can test all your mobile applications and also your desktop web applications. So it's a single platform where we are providing an interface to test both your mobile application as well as the desktop web applications. So be it and when it comes to mobile applications, be it native applications, hybrid applications, mobile web, and progressive web applications. And not just that, the users can also perform manual test along with automation testing as well. And we also have a seamless integration with the leading CI server like Jenkins, TeamCity, Bamboo, and so on. So if you have if you have used any of your CI servers, then you can pretty much integrate with the pCloudy and execute your builds through the different CI servers. So that's about a quick introduction about the pCloudy. So let me just talk about the offering. So we have three different offerings when it comes to the first offering is the public cloud, wherein we have more than 500 physical devices that are hosted in the data center, and you can pretty much test your mobile applications on this platform. And the second offering is the private cloud, which is a dedicated cloud, and in case if you're looking for a dedicated access, so we will be hosting the entire cloud setup at our data center, and we'll also host the devices of your choice. And so wherein the advantage of having private cloud is the additional data security plus the access to the devices, right? So you have 24 bar 7 access device availability in in the private cloud offering. And the third offering is the on-premise offering, so wherein if you have already invested on the existing devices and if you would like to utilize those devices, then we set up the entire cloud behind the corporate firewall, behind your firewall at your premise. So where we manage the entire cloud, we set up all the hardware and the software configurations, and you can quickly connect to your devices, and you can get started with your testings. So the features and the capabilities remains across across all the three different platforms are the same. So the demonstration which I am showcasing today is on the public platform. So this is the login page. So once the user signs up with pCloudy, the user can quickly log in. So let me just log in with my credentials. I'm just logging in into the public cloud instance, and let me showcase the different features that pCloudy brings in. So wherein you can test your mobile applications. I'm just logging in. This is the landing page where we arrive. So it's a quick dashboard. We have all the different stats like the total number of sessions that you have run till date, be it either manual sessions or automation sessions, your current sessions, if there are any concurrent sessions that are running. And we are also providing a quick video on the right hand side. If you're new to the pCloudy, you can quickly see this video to get started with your first test. And we are also providing a list of devices that we keep adding to the cloud as and when there is a new device in the market. And we also have some other interesting stats related to your previous manual sessions, your automation reports, and all the updates related to the product enhancement and product features that we keep on enhancing. So all that can be found in the release note. So that's about the My Dashboard page, where you can monitor about your previous sessions. Let me jump into the important tab, which is the Devices tab. So this is the tab. This is the place where you will be seeing all the different devices. So as you can see, these are all the physical real devices. So these are not emulators or simulator. These are physical real devices. I can pretty much scroll down, look for a particular device, and I can quickly start my functional testing. We also have a filter options on the right, so you can pretty much filter based on operating systems. So we are supporting all the different versions starting from Android 4.3 to Android 11, and also when it comes to iOS, we are pretty much supporting all the different versions starting from iOS 9.3 to iOS 14.1. When it comes to OEM, you can pretty much filter with all the different OEMs that we have listed on this platform. And screen sizes, we pretty much support all the different smartphones, tablets, and phablets. So we have the list of screen sizes pretty much available. You can choose the screen size of your choice, and you can filter. Network, when it comes to network, so by default most of these devices are connected to the Wi-Fi. However, there are some devices which are equipped with the real SIM cards like Airtel, Idea, Jio, and Vodafone. In case of India data center, and ADT Mobile, T-Mobile, and US Mobile in case of US data center. And the device location, so we have across two different locations. One is in India and the other one is US. And we are also upcoming with our third data center, which is in Singapore, which will be operational very soon. So now I can quickly connect to any of this device and get started. So before I acquire the device, let me also talk about another important tab, which is My App Data. So my app data is basically a cloud location or a cloud drive given to every individual user, where the user can quickly upload the APK files and the IPA files from their local repository and quickly upload it, and before you install it on any device. So it's pretty straightforward for Android. You can pretty much just upload it and install it on any Android devices. But however, for iOS IPA files, so there is a security policy in place by Apple, right? Unless if you are using enterprise version from Apple, so you have to resign the app. So once you upload your IPA file, you may have to resign the app. So manually, how we do is we give the UDID of a particular device, and then you give it to a developer profile, and the developer creates and rebuilds the app and gives back to you, right? So that's the manual way of doing it. But when you're testing your application on different sets of iOS devices, that on a platform like us, wherein you have multiple different sets of iOS devices, so if you wish to test the same application, it becomes a time consuming effort. For every application, you have to do the resigning. So as a workaround, what we have done is we have come up with a feature called resign option. If you can see on the right hand side. So once you upload your IPA file, you can just click on the Apple icon and click on resign. So what it does is it takes care of all the resigning. So we are adding all the UDIDs of different iOS device to this particular file, and we are renaming this file with same name underscore timestamp dot IPA. So that's the workaround we have, so which will save your test execution, manual test execution time, and will speed up your testing activity as well. So that's about my data. So let me just go back and acquire any device and get started. So since this is being a public platform, so we have three different legends here, available, in use, and offline. So what does this mean? So if you see any device which is available, so which means the device is available, I can pretty much connect to this your device and I can get started. However, in case if you see any device which is in use, so which means that device is being used by some other user, right? So it's because we have our global presence and we have different customers across the globe accessing the same platform, and this being a public cloud, so that's wherein you have to be conscious about their device availability. However, in case of a private cloud, since it's a dedicated cloud, wherein you have a 24/7 access to these clouds, so that's the one of the differences when you talk about the public cloud and the private cloud. So let me just get connected to any one of these device. So this device seems to be available. I can also click on more details to understand on the hardware and the software information on the particular device. Let me just connect to this device. To connect to this device, I just have to click on connect, and the devices will be, and this device will be acquired. So as you can see, it's pretty much real time. I just connected, and no time, the device is connected. So this is the real physical device that is connected in the data center, and this is the device interaction page that we call. So we have different features on the left and also on the right. I'll not take you through all the different features for the time constraint, but however, I would like just go through some of the important features. And I can install the application now, assuming I have already uploaded the application in the My App data. The next step is to install the applications. Of course, there are various different ways of installing the application. One of the ways, this way is, upload the IPA file or APK file into the My App data and then upload it. And the other way is, if your application is already in the production, then you can pretty much log into the Play Store and the App Store, and you can, download the application and install it. So let me just install the application. I am just installing a sample application here. Okay, so the application will get installed and then I can start my testing. So now two things happens at the backend. So while I acquire the device, the entire session is being recorded in the form of video, and that video will be available in the reports. And the other important part we are providing is the logs. The entire session logs has been provided again in the form of reports. So you can pretty much log in, go to the reports section, where you can see this video. You can download the video and see what manual activity that you have done over the period of time. So that's about logs and the videos that you get it by default. Now I have different options. So as a manual tester, if I want to monitor the live logs that are coming in from the device, I can quickly start monitoring. I can do the stack trace of the device. To enable the logs, I just have to click on enable device logs on the right, and click on the logs button, so that the log streaming comes here. Just click on the log streaming. So these are the color coded logs that are directly coming in from the device. So I can pause this, I can stop, I can clear, download, and I can also clear these logs. I also have filter options. So depending upon the any warnings or error message, I can also filter. And the other important feature is the analysis app. So this is more from the performance metrics, right? So it's very important to understand how your application consumes the battery, from the memory consumption level, some the CPU consumption level, and the network usage. So this is an important feature which will add value to your existing use case, existing manual test cases. So to use this feature, just click on analysis, select on the graph, and this will ask you to select a package of application where you wish to monitor. So since we have installed this particular application here, we will select this big basket application. The moment I select the application, I get all the important the performance metrics, starting from the memory usage. So this is at the application level. So we are providing the performance metrics for Android at the application level, and for iOS it is at the device level. So that is one of the differences. You can pretty much monitor all the live logs that are coming in. So CPU usage, there is network usage as well. Battery consumption, very important to understand, right, how your battery is being consumed on this particular device with this application, right? So the blue line indicates the battery consumption at the device level, the red line indicates the battery consumption at the application level, and the orange line indicates the battery consumption in percentage by both device and the application. Right. So that's about that. So these are the important performance metrics are provided to you live, and you can also monitor. You will also be provided in the form of graphs. So in case if you wish to, do the deep analysis on these performance metrics, then these graphs are pretty much available in the graphs, in the report section, which you can pretty much get it. So now let me perform some action on this device. Let me just select on the application. Right. Okay. So this is the sample applications that I have just installed. I have various different features on the left. I can reboot in case if I wish to reboot, I can quickly do that. Change the language of an application, which is very important in case if your application is supported, you can do that. Network simulation, which is very important feature. So basically to simulate the different networking condition, if you would like to test your application on various different networking conditions. So what we have done is we have throttled the Wi-Fi with different upload and the download by creating different profiles like 2G, 3G, 4G, and so on. You can pretty much select the profile of your choice. So, for instance, if I'm selecting 3G good, which has an upload speed of 420 and the delay of 100, and the download speed of 850 with the delay of 90, I just have to click on shape. And the moment I click on shape, this network profile is being given to the device. So whatever activity that now I perform on this device would be under this profile. So at any point of time, I can just click on unshape it, or I can pretty much go back to the networks page and change the network profile that I want to. So with this feature, you can know how your application is behaving under various different networking conditions. So basically, we are simulating the networking parameters. Location aware app, if your application is a location aware app, and if it feeds the data based on the location that you have selected, so be it on any part of the earth, you can mock the location. In case if you want to test your application with this feature, provided your application is supporting, you can use this location feature and test your application. Toggle Wi-Fi, you can switch off and switch on the toggle Wi-Fi directly from this feature. ADB commands, in case if you wish to send the ADB commands directly to the device and execute it, you can pretty much use this. Chrome debugger, in case if you wish to inspect your mobile web applications, you can use the Chrome debugger for Android devices, and Safari debugger for iOS devices. Web URL, in case if you have your mobile web URL, right, and also instead of native and hybrid, if you have a mobile web applications and if you wish to test it on different browsers, so we have this feature where you can quickly provide your URL, select the browser of your choice, and you can just click on launch. So the moment you click on launch, the application will get the browser will get installed on this particular device, and you can pretty much test your mobile web application on this particular device. At the same time, in case if you wish to change the browser, just go back to the mobile web URL page, select the provide the URL and change the browser, right, you want. With this, you can achieve the cross browser testing. So that's about web URL. Another important feature is the windlet feature. So what is this windlet feature? Say for instance, if you want to test your application which is in your staging server, right? So maybe in the QA environment, which is not yet accessible from outside the network, but you still would like to test your application on our platform, be it on Android or as well as iOS devices. So you can pretty much do that. So if you click on here, so this will take you to a documentation where you can just go through a simple steps. So you have an executable depending on the local machine that you are working. So depending on either if it's Mac, Linux, or Windows, just download an executable on your local machine and execute a small command on your local machine. So once you execute the command from your command prompt, a connection would be established from your local machine to this device, right? So basically what we are doing is we are creating a tunnel, we are creating a reverse tunnel. So whatever the request, so once this is enabled, so whatever request that is goes to this device will be routed through your local network, right? And this device will be using the local network of your local machine, and you'll be able to access the local site application. So if you have any such use cases, you can pretty much use this wildnet feature. Some other features, like while you're testing, if you have found any defect and if you'd like to capture a screenshot, just click on capture screenshot, so that the screenshot will be captured in 1:1 pixel. You can further re-edit this in order to highlight the defect more precisely, all right, so that you identify the defect and give to the developers. Just click on edit option, select the font size, and I'm just highlighting a defect. Just taking a hypothetical example, I've highlighted the defect. Provide some meaningful name, maybe the icon is in the wrong place, and click on confirm save. So once I do that, the edited screenshot would just appear next to this screenshot. And you can also collaborate these screenshots on various different platforms. So we have seamless integration with the Jira, Slack, and GitHub. So in case if you are using any of these platforms, then you can quickly collaborate the screenshot on these different platforms. So with that, you save your time of raising the defects. So it's pretty just one click where you will be providing the details, and of course you have to authenticate with your credentials, so that will be a one time activity. And once you have done with that, it's pretty straightforward. You can log up directly on these different platforms. And rotate screen, in case if you wish to test your application in the landscape mode, provided your application is supported, you can test your application by rotating the screen, zoom in, zoom out. So in case if you wish to test the UI quality of the application, you can use this feature wherein you will be zooming in and zoom out features. Some other features like inject file. So if your application has the QR code scanner, and if it scans the barcode, then we have the feature for it. So where you can quickly inject the image, QR code image, into the cloud, and then you can pretty much scan it from your local device, from your device, from the cloud device that you have connected, and the scanner scans the barcode and it will start giving you the details. And we also have a touch ID feature, which is basically which will does the authentication. If your application is authenticated with a fingerprint, then we have this feature where it simulates, basically it bypasses the touch ID depending on the options that you select. We have two options here, red and green button for authentications. So that's about touch ID. You can also name this session with some meaningful name. You can provide some meaningful name so that you identify it. So once you have done with your testing, you can release the device. You can to release the device, just click on release button on top right corner. Just click on release. You'll be notified with an pop-up message which states whatever the data on this device will be cleaned up. So here basically we are since this is being a public cloud, and we are doing a auto cleanup options where the application would be uninstalled and whatever the data that has in it, and we will also clear the cache and the cookies, and the device will be rebooted. So next time when you access the same device, the device will be in the normal state. So this is mainly from the security point of view. We understand the customer data being confidential and how important it is. So, and we are also certified with ISO 27001 and SOC 2 compliant. So you can be rest assured. So whatever the data or the applications that you are testing on our platform is absolutely safe. And it's just that in case if you're signing in with your Gmail in on these devices, it's the user's responsibility to sign out before you release the device. So once you click on yes, the device will be released and it will go in auto cleanup option. And I'm done with the manual testing side, and the report by default will also get generated. So to access the report, just access to the report section and click on all reports, where you will see the list of reports that you have done the testing for both manual and automation testing. So once you see the report, you can pretty much view the report where you can see all the different statics like the performance metrics. So whatever that I showcased during the live during the demo in the earlier part. So if I further click on view report, this will give me the further details about the device, and I also have details about the session details, started, completion, total duration, and also log a bug in case if you wish to analyze the data and then you log a bug, then you can do that as well. So these are the performance metrics that has been captured. Battery chart pretty much about the application, the device battery and the application battery. Memory chart, so we are providing the memory consumption at the application level. So this is pretty much about the memory. CPU chart, the at the application CPU, the system CPU, and at the user level CPU. Network chart, and we're also providing the snapshots. So whatever snapshots that you have captured right during the manual testing will all be captured and it's also downloadable. And these are the two important artifacts that I was talking about. One is logs, the other is the video. So you can download these logs and you can use it for further debugging purpose. This is the video. The entire session is being captured in the form of video. I can download this video and I can see what manual testing activity that I have done over the period of time. So that's about the report. So the entire report again is shareable. If you wish to share this report among your team members or different stakeholders, you can do that. You just have to click on copy report link. A report link will be created and you can share across the link. So the need not be a pCloud user. Anybody who has this link will be able to view the report just like how we are seeing right now. So that's about reports and the manual testing side. Now let me quickly jump into the other part of our platform is the browser cloud. So we have recently launched this browser cloud where you can test all your web desktop web applications. The interface, the interface is again is on the same platform. So you can pretty much access it by clicking on the browsers tab. So where you'll be seeing all the list of different machines with the different operating systems and versions and the different browsers. All right, so you can test that. So we also have a filter option. You can pretty much filter based on browser. So we have support for all the different browsers starting from Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Microsoft Edge, and IE. When it comes to OS, so we're supporting all the different Macs and Windows machines and OS versions. So we are supporting Hey Sierra, Mojave, Catalina for iOS, and 8.1 and 10 for Windows operating system. So I can quickly get connected to any of these machines and I can test my the desktop web applications to get connected. Again, based on the availability, I can just choose the operating system with the version and the browser of my choice. Just click on connect. This will get connected to the respective machine which I want to test with. And once this is connected, you can pretty much go into the full screen mode, where you can test your desktop web applications. As you can see, the browser has just launched. It's a Chrome 84.0.1 on Windows 8.1 machine. I can pretty much launch the application, whichever application. For instance, if I'm launching the e-commerce application, I just launched it, and I can do all my manual testing on this web application. I also have a different screen resolution in case if I wish to test my application with different screen resolution. It's a quick drop down where you can quickly change the resolution of your choice, and then the screen size will accommodate accordingly. And in case while you're testing, if there are any defects or anything that you would like to capture, just click on capture screenshot, and screenshot would be captured. And you can use it for further for defect tracing purpose and so on. And whilenet feature, again, this is again something similar to, in case if you have your web application which is accessed only in the staging server, right, which is accessed only within your restricted environment. But however, you still want to test your application on our platform even before the application is released to the production, you can pretty much use this feature. You can just click on here. So this will take you to the documentation page where you will be downloading a utility file on your local machine and then executing our command. Once you have done with that, you can quickly enable this and you can test your local site applications. So that's about on the browser cloud, how you connect to a particular machine and then test your web application. So once you have done with your testing, you can click on release, and you'll also be notified with the warning message which says the data that you have browsed on this particular machine will be cleaned up. Again, this is from the security point. I can just click on yes, so that the device gets released. So this is this will give you a flexibility to test both your mobile application and as well as the desktop web application on a single platform. And now this is on the just on the manual testing front. Now if I go to the automation side, right, so you can again you have we have support for different tools, right, the different tools which are available in the market, and some of the open source tools that we are supporting, right? So opkey is our internal tool. So this is a licensed version. It has to be procured separately. But the opkey is basically a solution which is a zero code automation, right? So anyone in the organization can quickly create the scripts. They need not have the scripting, the programming skills. Anyone in the organization just create it, just have a just can create the flow as and when you're recording. So we have a record and replay option where while you're recording, the entire steps gets recorded in this plain readable language, readable language, and you can just integrate this with the pCloudy, and then you can run on multiple devices. Some other tools that we support are Expresso, Calabash, and APM and Exitest. And if you have created your automation scripts on these platforms, you can pretty much use these platforms and execute your existing scripts on our platform, and run your test script on multiple devices. So for the benefit of the time, I'll just cover on the APM tool. So APM has been broadly used for the test automation of the mobile applications for both Android and as well as in the iOS side. So I have on the typical architecture diagram of APM, how it looks like. We have an APM client where you'll be creating the scripts, be it on Eclipse or Android Studio, and APM server, which is in turn connected to the physical devices. So this is the local setup in case if you are running through APM today at this point. And we also have, when this gets integrated with pCloudy, we don't require the APM server. It's just that we require the APM client where you will be creating your scripts, where you have the scripts created already. And once this gets integrated, you can run it on multiple devices. So let's see it in live, how the script execution will happen. I have a sample script that's created on Eclipse. I'm using Eclipse as an APM client here, and I have created this script on the test ng framework. Since APM is test automation framework agnostic, right? So you can pretty much choose the framework of your choice depending upon your comfortness and the resources skills that you have, and you can create. So any test has three important steps. The first step is the before method, where you're creating the capabilities. So this is again based on the capabilities, where we are initializing the driver, right? So this is the endpoint URL where the APM server is running, right? So you just have to replace this. And when I talk about integration, this is just a 6 line of code that I need, right? So once I have the 6 line of code, I'm pretty much done with the execution. So it is pretty straightforward. And and the second part of the test is to write the actual test case. So we have written a sample test case here by using various different means. So we also have inbuilt object spy, which will help you to get the relevant objects details for finding the elements. You can explore our expert as well, our object spy as well. And the third part is the after method, where we are quitting the driver. So these are the three important steps. So now to generate these capabilities, again, we have an interface where you can quickly generate this capability. Just to go to the pCloudy platform and just go into the devices tab in the capabilities sections, where you can quickly select based on the requirement, either if it's Android or iOS. You can quickly define all the different parameters here and click on generate. The capabilities would be created on the right hand side, and you can take these capabilities back to your existing script and paste it, and you are pretty much done with the integrations. Now if I want to run this, execute this, so there are three different parameters here: device manufacturer, device version, and the device full name. So if I'm executing with device full name, this particular script will be run on only on this particular device, right? However, if I am going with the manufacturer and the version, then in, say for instance, if I am running this on LG device, right? So what this script will execute on LG device with manufacturer as LG and the device version as 8. So it will pick any random LG device which has a version 8. But however, if I want to run it on multiple devices, right? So the actual purpose of integrating pCloudy with APM is to achieve the parallel execution. So what we have done is we have created a parameter called device name, and I'm passing this as an annotation. I also have a test ngxml where I'll be passing the values, right? So if I want to run it on two different devices, I'm passing those values, those device values. Either I can provide the manufacturer name or complete device full name, and the second device name I have given it as OnePlus. I can quickly execute this. I just click on right click and go to the run as and click on test ng suite, and you will start seeing the console where you can monitor if there are any errors or warning SMS message. So this is a typical flow of APM. With pCloudy, what we have done is we have gone a step ahead, all right, and we are also providing a live view for you. So to access the live view, just go back to the platform, navigate into the report section, and in the my active session you will start seeing all the devices that we have selected, right? So though this is optional, but however you can still see the live view. So as you can see, two devices have come, one from OnePlus, another from the Samsung. I can further click on live view in case if I wish to see what exactly is happening during my automation, right? I just click on live view for both the devices. You may see the devices at any point of time. As you can see, the devices have come online and the script will get executed on both these devices. So and once the execution is finished, you can pretty much the devices gets released and you can navigate to the report sections. So you can pretty much monitor what exactly is happening during your live testing. Once the execution is finished, you can monitor the reports by going into the all reports tab, where you'll be seeing all the different reports that you have, the sessions that you have run over the period of time. Let me just access the report, one of the reports, sample reports. Let me just click on view report. So the automation report will something look like this, where you have a session details and all the session completion, the started duration, and the total duration. You can further click on at the device level to see the report at the device level. So we are providing, so this is an additional report, add-on report what we are providing. So whatever the customized reports that you are providing will be available in your local on your local machine. So this is an additional add-on report, so where we are providing all the important performance metrics like the CPU chart, the memory chart, the battery chart, the network chart, and we are also providing the comprehensive raw data in case if you are having any if you want to create your own graphs. And we're also providing the logs like device logs, APM logs, and APM standard error logs. This is for debugging the application if there are any issues. And we're also providing the session videos, right? You can download the session video for the entire session for the automation. So that's the automation report, how it looks like. Again, the report is shareable, just like manual testing. You can pretty much share it. So that's it on the automation side for the mobile applications. And with the browser cloud, in case if you plan, if you have your desktop web applications and if you have created the scripts on the Selenium, then we have a seamless integration with the Selenium tool as well with the browser cloud option, where you can automate all your existing desktop web applications and use your existing scripts and test it on multiple devices, different machines, different with different operating systems and different maybe I can just quickly showcase the script, right, for the Selenium. This is for the browser cloud option, where we have created a sample script. And so I'm pretty much done. So we can probably start the questions if there are any. So this is the script, a default script for Selenium. It's a sample script that I have created based on the capabilities. So we have defined all the important capabilities here. This is the capabilities for the integration. All right. We have provided in the documentation. You can pretty much access in the documentation page, and also have a test in XML, just like for the mobile applications, where you will be providing the parameters here, right? On which devices I want to execute this. So I have two different machines that I've defined with different operating system versions and the different browser level access. So with that, I think I'm pretty much on the time I have covered. So if there are any questions, you can feel free to ask me the questions. I'll be happy to answer. All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone, for your valuable time for taking out. I hope this tool product demonstration was pretty useful and was helpful to you guys. So feel free to reach us back, reach us in case if you have any further queries. You can always reach back. You can go into our website pcloudy.com, and you can of course go through the different features and the options that we have. You can also have a trail, in case if you wish to have a trail evaluation version, you can subscribe for evaluation version as well to evaluate the product. So with that, I conclude. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good evening.